And this is the actual art of finding product market fit. Because you're going to come up with an offer. And now you need to get it to the market with extremely high volume as fast as possible so you can actually get quantifiable results. Because these things right here that allow you to even know if you have this are based on data, right? On statistics. If you only have 1 or 2 sales calls, let's say you book 2 sales calls to make this very extreme. You close one and you don't close the other. Your close rate's now 50%, but that's not a true number. That's bullshit. You need 100 sales calls that actually closed, which means you have like thousands. And then that number you get is actually statistically significant. Same thing with the appointment booking rate and the churn rate. You need enough people in there, which means you need to get this offer out to the market a lot, which means you don't send 100 emails per day and do 100 cold calls a day and post one piece of content. That's nothing. All right? If you're actually serious about this, you're going to do the following. And this is what we do for clients as well. You're going to set up a cold email system. But a cold email system that sends out as many emails as people are in your TAM. TAM, again, total addressable market. Not sure if I spelled that right, but anyway. All right, you have your total addressable market, which might be, for simplicity's sake, 100,000 companies. I know a lot of people put TAM in like dollar amount. That's not what I'm talking about. Just talking about the number of companies here. All right? Let's say those are 100,000 companies in your total addressable market. Ideally, you want to reach this entire TAM every 30 days with this offer, because then that's the first indicator of positive interest. If you get positive replies to your cold emails, this works. Now, why cold email, you may ask? Let me draw another thing like this right here. All right? You have the slide. And on the slide, you have different levels of lead generation system. And now, this is similar to this where it's cold and warm, which is basically how easy is it to get sales calls. The easiest way is just having inbound traffic. It takes time to set up, but I'm not talking about setup time. I'm talking about conditions. Because inbound traffic is warm. All right? And then you have webinars, which are also for semi-warm traffic to convert them into very warm traffic. And then you have cold calls somewhere here because you actually talk to a person, so it's easier to sell. And cold email is the hardest environment to book sales calls from because it's a total stranger that you don't talk to, you've never seen them. You need to land in the primary inbox between 50 other emails. So that means if your offer gets results on cold email, which is the coldest it can get, right? That means it will work for all of these other ones too. So if you test it and you manage to do it right with cold email, you can just apply the same offer statement, put it on your website as a headline, make webinars about it, make cold calls with the exact same script that you used in the cold emails, and it will get results, and you know it will. It's not a guess anymore because it worked here. It worked in the hardest environment, so it will also work in the easiest environment.